Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. Just look at the ASX 200 here, as you can see, and a little bit down today, but that is largely due to the banks, and also obviously I think BHP as well is looking a little bit weak. Some of those sort of stocks that really make have a big sway on the ASX 200. Um, However, generally I think most of the stocks are actually doing quite well today on the ASX 200, and we put a few trends on this week, and so hopefully we will have a nice little move up this week, and we can make some sort of good money and some pretty quickly on some of these trending stocks. Um, just The market's still open at the moment. I'd just like to first of all go to the 3-year growth. So we re-added obviously 2 3-year growth stories that we've sold and made money on. Just go for those stocks. Obviously, one was Appen. Appen we sold above here around this sort of 346. When we felt these type of stocks were going to come back. Appen is those of you who don't know, it does you go onto Google and you can talk to Google. It can direct you. This is what Appen do. It's a fantastic company. Had great earnings growth last year, and still flagging pretty strong earnings growth this year. I think the P's come down to a more sensible level. It's near that long-term average, and we're really, really happy to. Was one of my favourite 3-year growth stories, and I'm happy to obviously have the company back in our portfolio as a 3-year growth story. The other one as well is Adasol. Adasol's a wonderful company. Again, it's come down. It's back to that long-term moving average. Why do we like Adasol? 50% of its earnings are recurring. We sold it above this sort of $3. Again, it's come back to a more sensible price, and from here we're happy to hold it. And again, this is a strong company which has been growing its earnings very strongly over the last few years. Actually, very happy to have those 2 stories back. They're actually 2 of my most favourite 3-year growth stories. I just like the stories. I think they've still got a lot of potential, and good to have them back into our portfolio. And even better, the fact obviously a lot cheaper than what we sold them for. Just having a look at, we put some obviously the trending stories. Go from one by one. Ramsey, again, just holding about that sort of long-term moving average. I think it looks absolutely fine. Hopefully it will turn up from here. Aristocrat, again, looking very, very good on the trend. Hopefully it's going to have a good earnings announcement. I believe that's coming out tomorrow, and if that announcement is what we think is going to be, hopefully the stock can have a nice little run up tomorrow. Bellamy's as well. For me, it's it looked really good on Sunday or this morning to put it out. Again, it's had a nice little move up. I think it looks even better, trading nicely above that sort of 20-day moving average. And for me, that just looks like a really, really great chart. Looks very, very strong. Domino's down a little bit today, but holding above that 20-day moving average. Got no issues. ALQ, again, what a great little solid little chart. Again, this company is, I think it's being helped a lot by obviously the commodities livening up again, and see a really nice sort of swing on that trend. It looks good, and trading above that 200-day moving average. I don't see much resistance up to really $8, but we'll see. I think it looks excellent. We put Hansen on today again. This is stock. We traded this stock a number of times, and I think it's one of the best trending stocks in the market. You can see it's gone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's gone back and tested these long-term moving averages in the recent history. It's done it again. It's starting to move off that, and again, it's starting to have a really nice, decent move up. Good to see Vocus eventually starting to recover. Again, holding above that 200-day moving average, and again, starting to look obviously a lot better. As likewise is BAP again, just coming back, playing with this long-term moving average, and hopefully it will start working up from here. So it looks absolutely fine. FXL, again, 232. Got a little buy signal going. Hopefully, can have that little move up. Would like 250. We'll get 250 out of it. I think that'd be a nice sort of 8, 9, 10% profit. So it's certainly looking a lot better. And FPH again, sort of holding above those levels and starting to recover. Generally speaking, all in all, pretty happy with those trending stories. I think it won't be long before we'll be taking some good returns out of them. Um, and I think that's really all I've got to talk about tonight on Equity Story. Just have a quick look at the banks. I know a lot of you are sort of really into the banks and you like to know how they're trending, and they're all a bit down today. And I think obviously CBA is starting to look a little bit better. Generally speaking, what you want with CBA, you want it to come down, you want to have that second move up again. You can see this in the past, how's this move up, just gets sold down straight away. You want it to do a little bit more, so maybe show you back in the past sort of stuff you want to do. You want to see it come down, have a move up, and then she's off again. So you want the stock to just do a little bit more, and the same with all these banks. WBC, a little bit better. ANZ, it has come down and done a little bit more. Maybe you've got to break through those levels, but I think if ANZ gets over that sort of maybe around that 29, it could be a good little story. And again, NAV still looking a little bit messy. Possibly the best one out of these stocks, the best one from a charting point of view at the moment is most probably the one that's sort of historically been the sort of least favoured of the market, which is ANZ. So it's actually quite interesting. That's all I've got to talk about tonight on Equity Story. I wish you a great evening, and I look forward to bringing you this report tomorrow. Thank you. Good night.